What is witnessing your non-duality, you see? No. I know about non-duality, so what knows about non-duality? In the process of becoming enlightened, in the process of disappearing, one has to become invisible. But when there's a recognition of my invisibility, is the one that recognizes my invisibility also invisible? Is it the same one? Within the invisibility, well, there's no one. There's not even a feeling of I am invisible. There's no recognition of even myself. Within the invisibility, something takes away the invisibility. How can invisibility be taken away? Who knows that it's invisible and then knows the next step of invisibility being taken away? I mean, this non-duality, for most, is an experience that becomes another concept, another idea that I am here as one, in presence, as awareness. But there's still a witness of that. How can this witness use a second-rate way of communicating through words to announce its first-rate status of non-dual? And then the non-dual speaker says silence. And then it speaks. But even the recognition of silence, is that not a two-way? You see, I know by experience, the minute you try and share whatever it is you're trying to share, it becomes two-way. This talk right now is not two-way until it becomes live in YouTube. Then it becomes two-way. But right now I'm talking to myself in the mirror, in the device, which is shining back an example of myself and my hand moving towards, in and out towards me and back towards you, the other you, the same you. So what about this invisibility is appearing as a fluctuating, coming and going, speaking to myself, systematic way? Because words are systematic, feelings are systematic, information systematic. Speaking about God, systematic. Even though the God is the true God, it's the most ultimate God, it came, it spoke to me and everything, I'm systematically explaining to you that this experience took place and something understood it. This non-duality, I became non-dual with God. Now I'm talking about it as if God is separate. God was separate before, we became non-dual, but now I'm talking about it as if he's separate again. I know inside the feeling, I'm not trying to denounce the non-dual speaker, because non-duality is an actuality of understanding the true purpose of being here is to be one. But then we break the bond. We break the bond with God and your mirror-like self, or whatever it is that you become non-dual with. And you say, well, yeah, I know we're non-dual. Why am I talking to you as if there's two? If you're non-dual, there's no need to talk. There's no need to announce me and the world, me and the device, me and the shadow of me over there. You know, hello, me. Yes, I see you. We're different. Of course we're not. The same one appearing in a different way. We're always looking out. Now the one in the device is looking back at me. I'm looking back at myself. I'm looking at myself and I'm looking back at myself. What the hell's going on, you know? This is all nonsense. Nonsense. You see, what's taking place between me and the device and the one on the other side? You think I'm talking to you, but it's not live in YouTube. I'm talking to myself right now until it's uploaded, and then it's dual again. So what's taking place? Okay, not relevant to the listener, because the listener's not invited in yet. This sees an image of myself pointing at myself. And it can only take place with a device or a piece of glass, a mirror, whatever thing that reflects back to you. So I don't know what I am until I see myself in the mirror. You know, I can see my body, I can see certain parts, I can't see underneath my chin. I can't see my eyes, I can't see my nose until I look in the device or the glass or the mirror. So I'm not invisible. I'm not invisible. The mind has created something that makes me visible in two ways, a dualistic way. So non-duality means, yes, this is taking place, but there's no words or mind or information or knowledge that can describe what is taking place. And there's no separation. The device is not required, you see, to help me understand what I am. Okay, so I can remove the mirror. Most people can remove the mirror. They don't even have to know what they look like, because they'll go and find another way of what they look like, of seeing what they look like, of experiencing what they look like. The mirror within, you see? There's a mirror within, doing the same thing as happening right now. Only thing is, I don't know who is looking, so I can't understand what the reflection will look like until I look. What is looking, you see? Non-duality is when awareness and presence and observation is seen as everything is one whole. So the experience of non-duality is the first stage of replicating that inwardly. So I know it's possible inwardly. If there's a device out here, glass, mirror, shadow and light on the lake, shadow behind your body, whatever it is, if there's something that can explain to me that I am reflecting in all ways, then there must be something inwardly. These speakers don't speak about it like, oh, flesh, look inside, where am I going to go? Via the abdomen, via the kidney, via the liver, via the heart. What the hell is he talking about? How can I go inside, you see? I'm not going inside, I'm looking in the same way as I'm looking out here. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. There's a connection. The device is connecting me to myself. So how can that happen in here if I don't, turn my whole body inwardly? You see? Do you have to turn your body inwardly to feel the food going down the gullet? It's happening. So something is happening in a biological way that is the same out here. Yeah? The food is passed from someone's hand to my hand. There you go. Food from you to me. The experience of the passing of the food is experienced. I now take it and put it in my mouth. There's an experience between the hand and the mouth. There's also an experience between the mouth and the stomach. There's also an experience between the stomach and the bowel. There's also an experience of the food being passed away. So we're not a one-way system, we're a circular system, which is non-duality. So why would the non-duality only be out here? What we're looking for is completion of non-duality. And the next step is zeroality, where there's no need to talk and speak and share and look for myself in the mirror. The circle has been completed, And then the step after this, which I may talk about later, like Thich Nhat Hanh says, we need to break the circle so that we can escape. We can escape duality, non-duality, zeroality, triality, and become fully empty. But there's no one understanding it. Deep sleep at night is permanent, and the mind will come in and say that that's death. And you can call it death, you can call it whatever you want, but it's permanent. You're not even able to transcend into another body. You're completely out. But the inward, let's go back and look at the mirror inside. What is the mirror inside? What is the mirror? You see, what is the device? You see, the mirror inside is the same device. It's a way of reflecting what is taking place. We don't want to spend our life watching our food inwardly going down the gullet. But we want to watch the thoughts disappear. We want to watch them going down the gullet and defecating out of the anus. There's thoughts that we have relied on for centuries, and now in a non-dual state, you see, thinking is useless. It's not going to bring you, it may bring you materialistic, human things accidentally. What do you call that when they something happens and I knew that was going to happen, but you didn't know it was going to happen. It's just the mind remembering it happened maybe previously in a life before, or somewhere similar to that before. So we want to experience ourselves in a dual world, and then we have enough. It's not enough, The idea of the ego is a great idea, because the ego is destroying humanity, right? Not destroying our bodies, our life on this planet, but destroying all the ideas and concepts that it has given itself, as a starting point to move into some sort of higher domain. And then it goes there and it realizes the higher domain is absolutely the lowest domain, It's power, it's control, it's separation, it's triality, fourality, fiveality, sixality, sevenality, eightality. And then they go into the 9th dimension, the 10th dimension, and they come back to the same point. Me and you. I'm still not speaking to the listener, because it still has not been uploaded. I'm looking at you, the guy with the black t-shirt, if you want to call him that. You see, the mirror is all that exists. This, looking at myself through a device, is the mirror. And a mirror can look at myself inwardly. You see, there's a center point, you see? At the middle of a diamond, there has to be some sort of pulsating out. The same way as it takes the light in to the center and pulsates out. The same way as we breathe in to the center and out. Forget lungs and biology and all that nonsense. So the mirror, I am the device, but not that device, not the laptop or whatever it is I'm looking at. I am the device of living. I am creating an image, a dualistic image, or a non-dual image, or a tri-image. The mirror pulsates in both ways, in all ways.